Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry it's been a while, and if anything looks like different, sounds different, let me know because I got a new PC, switched from laptop to PC. Yippee. Just allows me to stream better and all that. Um, Today is going to be a very serious video as we are discussing the layoffs at Epic Games Fortnite. This might get pretty heated because they're kind of. I've done some little bit of research, a little bit of getting multiple perspectives, and they're a little. It's interesting. It's interesting. We'll get into it, but first I wanted to read the the note that was sent to the Epic employees the day that they were laid off. March 24th, 2026. Today we're laying off over 1,000 Epic employees. I'm sorry we're here again. Little side note, this did happen 2 years ago with over 600, unfortunately. So that's awesome. The downturn in Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 means we're spending significantly more than we're making, and we have to make major cuts to keep the company funded. This layoff, together with over 500 million of identified cost savings in contracting, marketing, and closing some open roles, puts us in a more stable place. Some of the challenges we're facing are industry-wide challenges: slower growth, weaker spending, and tougher cost economics. Current consoles selling less than last generations, and games competing for time against other increasingly engaging forms of entertainment. Some of our other challenges are unique to Epic. Despite Fortnite remaining one of the most successful games in the world, we've had challenges delivering consistent Fortnite magic with every season. We're only in the early stages of returning to mobile and optimizing Fortnite for the world's billions of smartphones. In being the industry's vanguard, we have taken a lot of bullets in a battle which is only in the early days of paying off for ourselves and all developers. Since it's a thing now, I should note that layoffs aren't related to AI to the extent it improves productivity. We want to have as many awesome developers developing great content and tech as we can. What we do, what we now need to do is build awesome Fortnite experiences with fresh seasonal content, gameplay, story, and live events, accelerate developer tools with greater stability and capability as we evolve from Unreal Engine 5 and UEFN to Unreal Engine 6. We will be kicking off the next generation of Epic with huge launch plans towards the end of the year. This isn't our first time being here. Epic survived upheavals in 1990s with the move from 2D to 3D with Unreal 1, in the 2000s building console games with Gears of War, and in 2012 moving to online gaming with Paragon and Fortnite. Each time we rebuild our foundations and earn a renewed leadership position. Market conditions today are the most extreme we've seen since those early days, with massive upheaval in the industry accompanied by massive opportunity for the companies that come out as winners on the other side. That's what we're aiming to do for our players, and we aim to bring other like-minded developers in the industry along on the journey to build an increasingly open and vibrant future of entertainment together. At Epic, we pride ourselves on only hiring the industry's best, so it's very painful to part with so many talented people. The folks impacted by the layoffs will receive severance package that includes at least 4 months of base pay with more based on tenure. We're also extending Epic paid healthcare coverage. For example, in the US, they'll receive coverage for 6 months while also accelerate their stock options vesting through yada yada yada. We'll have a company meeting Thursday to talk about the roadmap in more detail. Tim, otherwise known as Tim Sweeney. Couple of points I wanted to make. Um, we're spending significantly more than we're making, and we're having to make major cuts to keep company funded. These cuts are not limited to the employees. They are also of certain game modes in Fortnite itself, which are Fortnite Festival Battle Stage. I understand that one. Rocket Racing was a crazy one, and the most insane out of them all, I believe, is Ballistic. Um, I mean, where do I even begin? Ballistic had so much potential and so much more going for it than I believe Fortnite could ever have. It felt like almost a next step in a sense where it's moving from the third person to the first person. It's revolutionary. It's great. It had, oh, like I said, so much potential. My camera's not working. Ah, wait, hold on. There we go. Fixed it. It had so much potential to be great, to be fantastic. Oh my god. Ah, ah. I'm gonna, I'm gonna turn it off. Um, we're going cameraless this episode. Ballistic, I believe had a big like overhaul update coming up that was announced a few months back, and now it's just gone poof out of the air without a question. Why? Why? Um, and for Rocket Racing, it was a good mode. It just they stopped development for it for some reason. I don't know why. They stopped development for it, stopped making maps for it, stopped caring about it. Like most of their other canceled modes, and which led to this eventual closing of that mode. Now, I could go on and on about how bad this is. Oh, they removed all these game modes, but we need to know why. And there are 2 to 3 big reasons why. Reason number one is their relentless lawsuits against Apple for no seemingly no reason. They kicked Apple's ass in court with getting Fortnite back on the iPhone and the Apple Store. That's terrific. That's great. That's what we wanted. Good. And then they doubled down twice, spending millions, possibly billions of dollars to double down and sue them again. That doesn't make any sense. Again, not sure why the reasoning. You can look more into that lawsuit, but that was a long time ago. I didn't really know what was going on. Um, but they lost a lot of money from that. Reason number two is I'm ranking them in order of importance. One is lowest importance, and the last one's going to be the big one. Reason number two is the collabs. While I don't mind collabs in Fortnite, there it gets to a point where you're like, whoa, okay, spending a lot of money there to put that in the game. Like even this season's great. I've played a lot more off camera with Aiden and Oliver, and I like it. I enjoy it. I still have some of my opinions from my first video. It's just another season, honestly, but I like it. It's moving in a good step forward. But they And guess who's back in it? It's The Rock. They probably spent a butt fuck ton of money on. Um, and not to mention all the collabs from last season. We had The Office. We had the I don't we had South Park and etc. So many collabs that they are paying for that they can't pay back, and it's taking away from the game's development, which is insane. It's so dumb. It makes me angry. Um, Third final thing, most important, is UEFN. UEFN as a whole, a lot of like. Let me open Fortnite here. Let's scroll down here. First thing I see, new event, escape tsunami for the brain rots. Okay, there's that one. Infinite Gym Tycoon, Fox and Wolf Garden. Go up for brain rots. Survive mega ramp for brain rots. Steal the brain rots. Fight the brain rots. Infinite Chaos Guns, red versus blue. 6-7, red versus blue. Super crazy gun game, maybe. Controller versus keyboard versus blue. Another 6-7, red versus blue. Yeah, I don't know if it's apparent to you viewers, but there's a lot of brain rot and a lot of what we would call AI slop. And I don't throw that word around lightly. It is mostly just slop. And what's unfortunate about that is I believe Fortnite goes 50-50 with all the earnings from your UEFN map. So if you make $1,000 off of your map in monetization, half of that goes to Epic and half of that goes to you. So they're essentially taking half of their earnings and giving it to all these people making AI brain rot maps that all the younger generations are drawn towards because, oh, it's funny. 6-7. Oh, tung 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 sahur. Funny. And that's just another reason why they're losing a ton of money. And as well, this was a good segue into my next topic is the UEFN maps as a whole, the whole concept of the metaverse and Fortnite and the UEFN focus. This is the dumbest decision I think I've ever seen in Fortnite history. The moment, like if you look back at Donald Mustard when he was still the creative in Fortnite, he was talking about Battle Royale was the main focus and all these other like game modes like creative and save the world, they were an aside. They were off to the side, not as important as the base game Battle Royale. And then he left Epic Games and retired, and Tim Sweeney decided, hey, it was a good idea. We should focus on the creative side of things, the whole UEFN side of things, rather than the base game where its roots are. Ergo, making the game worse. The game that people come to Fortnite to play, Battle Royale, making that worse. And promoting these AI slop game modes. Like literally Epic's Picks, Infinite Gym Tycoon, new event, Brain Rot. Like, are we serious? Another like thing that people are tossing around everywhere in the community right now is Fortnite is trying to be Roblox when that's Roblox gets all of its fame and glory because they're continuously building on what they had as a foundation, which was you create a game for other people to play and vice versa. You play other people's games, you play your game that you make. That's how Roblox works. Fortnite's trying to transform into that and trying to be another game that it's not, which in history has been the downfall of a lot of games. Call of Duty is trying to be Fortnite, Apex Legends trying to be Fortnite. Now Fortnite is trying to be on top by being Roblox. And it's failing tremendously. Now, what I would do to fix this, I would completely remove Discovery tab. This little down here bit, get it the fuck out of here. It is an eyesore. It is the worst thing to look at when you're trying to sift through all this fucking brain rot slop and find the game modes that you actually like playing. And put all of what you have in Discovery in the tab that is creative. Like, when you select Battle Royale and you come into this little box down here and it goes into this screen, do that with the creative button. It doesn't need to be right the fuck down here. It's disgusting. And then as well, focus on Fortnite Battle Royale. That's what you're good at. That's what you do the best. That's what you can build off of. Your roots, your foundation, continue to make it better instead of focusing on promoting these AI slop generated bug ass game modes. It really pisses me off. And Fortnite genuinely used to be my favorite game, and I hate to see it go down this path. And UEFN and Fortnite Creative were never meant to be making your own games inside of Fortnite. That's what Unreal Engine is for. If you want to go learn to make your own game, go do that. Go build an indie game off in Unreal Engine 5 or in Unity. Take lessons on YouTube for that. Go do that. Don't build it in Fortnite. Fortnite does not have the capacity or the tools that they say are going to be released but never do to make your own game in Fortnite. A creative mode and UEFN are meant as a Fortnite adjacent creative tool. Like, if you don't like this season, I've done this in a millennia of times where I have not liked a Fortnite season. For example, Chapter 2, Season 5, I did not like that season. And I thought, I can do this better. So I made my own Battle Royale game. And at the time, I was a little kid, so it's not really better. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm making this Battle Royale game better than Fortnite does. That's what creative, I feel like, is for making your own game modes Fortnite adjacent in your vision to make it better. And it's the complete opposite direction of where Fortnite is going right now. It's fantastic. And lastly, bring back LTMs. Get rid of the metaverse modes and bring back LTMs. Let's look here. By Epic. We have OG, Reload, Battle Royale, Save the World, Fortnite Odyssey, Brick Life, Main Stage, Rocket Racing, Ballistic, and Battle Stage are going bye-bye. Legends Landing, Respawn Rumble, and Party Royale. All you're doing is spreading your audience thin. And I've mentioned this before. Why not have it switch? every week it's a different limited time game mode like they used to do. But instead, it's like this week is Battle Royale. This week is OG. This week is Reload. This week is Blitz. And that also forces the people that don't really play those game modes and have not tried it to try it out for themselves. Ergo, making your audience bigger. It's just, there's no version of Epic's decisions that is just not so fucking stupid. Like, he's taking the red pill, the blue pill here. Fucking red pill, you make your game better, and if you make millions of dollars. Blue pill, you completely fucking ruin it. And they looked at it and went, huh, I'm gonna take the blue pill. What? It makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, side tangent aside here. Let's go back to the article. Slower growth and downturn in Fortnite engagement. Kind of building off of what I said, you're spreading your audience thin of all these different game modes, including UEFN AI slot game modes. Now, there is a good part of this article, though, or message, or blog post, whatever, that it is not related to AI. Thank God. That would have killed Epic Games as a company. Nobody would have been supporting them if they laid off over 1,000 employees to be replaced with AI. That is good. Use AI responsibly. Kind of skimming here. Yeah, that's about it. That's really all I want to cover. Just do better, honestly. We've seen them do better. We have seen them do great. And yet they are still doubling down on the bad decisions, thinking that it's gonna... They're making the same decisions as they've used to make, expecting a different outcome, doubling down, and they're not getting anywhere. And I hope we all come together as a community, Ice King and Foundation alike, and help them realize that what they're doing is not working and that we need a new direction. For God's sakes, it's been too long. Anyway, I hope you all have a good day. Drink your water, like, subscribe, follow for more. Go check out my YouTube channel if you want to see more of me. That's where I post my VODs. YouTube.com/Ogeely, not Ogaley or Ogley, Ogeley. Yeah, just have a good rest of your day, and go Team Ice King. Bye-bye.